Platoon. But go ahead. Always connected to somebody in this business.
Right? That's so cool. And my second question was, was Clive Barker ever present during the filming of Candyman? And if so, do you have any interesting stories about him?
Well, Clive is a strange, eclectic cat. You know, he has 2 houses in L.A. And by the way, we have to pray for him because his health has been failing now for a couple of years, and he doesn't come out much anymore. But he's got 2 houses side by side, one that he lives in, and his second house is just filled with his artwork. You know, and how cool is that you can afford to have 2 houses and one is just dedicated to art. Clive was on the set a lot of the time. I'd say 75% of the time.
Wow.
And, you know, it's weird. Like in 3 cases, both Clive and George Romero and August Wilson, who I mentioned before, who were all part of significant projects I did, were all present, but they rarely said anything other than either smiling or in August Wilson's case, he would sit back with his eyes closed all during rehearsal and just nod. And we knew he's such a specific writer that if you missed an if, and, or but, you know, he would cringe. We had Max Roach, the famous jazz drummer who was composing the score, who would be completely opposite. He was present, he'd be like in the rhythm and like moving with you, and we ended up playing to him. But all 3 of those geniuses, they were just listening and absorbing the work, and that's how you could tell whether you were doing your job. And then you learn how you're not there to please anybody, you're just there to tell the truth. If you tell the truth, then they're happy. So Clive was very happy, and he loved Bernard, and we love him.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's all about the process, folks.
I tried to look up the film, but you're in a lot of stuff, and it took me too long to scroll down to the bottom of IMDb, so...
Couldn't scroll down?
I tried. Like...
Sleepwalk. Jesus, I had to shake the brine up. The name of the film was Sleepwalk.
Oh.
It's very obscure.
Oh, there it is.
But it won a New York Independent Film Award.
Right before Platoon.
Right, exactly. That's what I said.
Yeah. What was it like working on that film, Platoon?
Platoon obviously changed my life. I mean, we just did a documentary. It's been 30 years, and it's the 30th anniversary. I know some of you aren't even 30. So there you go. 30 years, lovely, God-blessed, God-conscious art in this business. You know, I was a kid. My aunt was still living then. I called her. I said, Aunt Clara, I got a movie. She said, yes, baby, everything you're doing. And I said, yes. She says, where are you going to shoot? And I said, the Philippines. And she hung up on me. Because at that time, Marcos was leaving the country. It was a very dangerous environment. I called her back and I begged. I said, listen, you got to forgive me. I got to go. It's my opportunity. She said, reluctantly agreed. That movie launched everybody's career. It was Johnny Depp's second film, Forrest Whitaker's second film, mine and Keith David's first film, on and on, Corey Glover, who went on to become the lead singer of Living Colour, Charlie Sheen's, I think, third film. It was just a cast of hungry young actors transported from LA and New York into the Philippine jungle, which was very intense because we had to go through a month of boot camp training, which meant that we slept in our clothes, never took our boots off, ate MREs, and had to deal with cockroaches the size of lizards and chain-snatching monkeys that would drop down from the trees and try to take your neck off. And
you sure that wasn't Charlie Sheen? No.
Yeah, it could have been.
Never know.
That's a good one. I like it. No, we were a little pissed at Charlie because he was one of the youngest of us, and we had to go out and do a 25-click, hike and discovery every day. And like 4 times he would say, my back hurts, I can't go. So we took care of that.
How?
We have ways. When you're in the jungle and you can't change your clothes, there's ways to fix everything. One time we were on the Blue Line, the water we call it the Blue Line, and we were in there and we saw dead caribou, but we were innocent. We didn't know anything, so we went about a quarter mile up and we started eating our MRI. And then we come back to camp, and all of a sudden everybody starts scratching, and everybody had caught leeches from the time. That was the one time we got to change clothes. So in the camp, you had all these naked actors, like happily just spraying water over themselves, except for Charlie, because he didn't go that day. and we wouldn't let them join in the fun.
Aw, that sounds like a good time.
It was a great time. See, if they had filmed that, that would be a great part of the documentary.
True. So what did they film for the documentary?
We did interviews of all the actors that were in it and with their experiences and what had become of them. And, you know, we all had different paths. You know, Johnny Depp he didn't want to be an actor. He wanted to be a musician. So this was his second film, and look where he is now. Charlie, I don't know what he wanted to be, but, you know, look where he is. Forrest Whitaker, you know, we're so proud of him. One of the few of us that have actually gotten an Academy Award. So, yeah, it was a good group of people and a good learning experience.
I actually think that would be a cool panel to see. Have you guys ever done a panel together?
We've never, ever. Keith and I have been at a couple of conventions together. Keith David is now on a show called Greenleaf, an incredible theater actor as well. No, it's never. But I think when this documentary comes out, there's talk of doing something. I don't know. But I don't know if the movie has, you know, we're happy. That movie won 4 Academy Awards. We all went to the Academy Awards. We were young, and then we all got on the list, so everybody got work, and who knew how the decks were going to be shuffled.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was a great experience.
I can only
And my aunt
imagine.
was happy when I finally came home.
So minus where you were shooting, everything else was, you know, minus the fact that you had to, where did you shoot?
Yeah. But, you know, she never got on a plane. And finally I was shooting a Western up in Calgary, Alberta with Christopher Reeve called Black Fox. We did 3 2E movies. It was going to be a series. And on our downtime, unfortunately, Christopher had his accident. But she'd never been on a plane. And I flew her first class up to Calgary. She didn't want to go. I said, you got to come. You love Westerns. You got to come. And she came off. She was shaking like a leaf. And they made the crew put her on a lawn chair right along the Western plane. For 2 weeks, she watched her baby boy ride stagecoaches, horses, you know, all the cliche Western stuff. And every time I looked at her, she was just beaming like a proud mother. So she got to see that, and then, you know, so she knew I was all right. And I knew she was proud.
How could she not be?
Yeah, you never know. Sometimes people have to tell your family members when you respect and love them, you know. Otherwise, you don't get the opportunity.
Very true. That's a good point. So we have a couple more minutes. Do we have any last-minute questions y'all want to get in? We can talk more about cats. So, you know, that's...
Why not? My first pet was a pet turtle, if anybody cares. His name was Timothy.
I care.
Oh, that was August Wilson. August Wilson. He's been in 10 plays. He won 2 Pulitzer Prizes, and unfortunately he passed away at 54. But he got those 10 plays done before he went. So that people are still reviving his work as we speak. They just did a version of Jitney on Broadway about 6 months ago.
Any other final questions?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
Yes. Well, we've been in conversations with them. You know, like I said, they're doing another project. I think it's called Vengeance, about this high school. It's kind of like Boys in the Hood meets Scream kind of thing. That one we're not doing, but you know they're aware. So I just changed agencies, so I had to shake some things up because now my goal. All my life, I've never been a regular on a series. I've been in tons of different, because I'm a character actor. I like playing characters. But now the goal is to get a regular, so I can be in your living room every week, or however you stream it, or demand it, or download it. And so we'll see. And an anime voice.
It's going to happen.
That's a must. I'm calling it to the universe.
You're secreting?
I'm giving it. I see it and be it. Creative visualization.
Well, I'll hope it for you as well.
Thank you.
Any last thoughts you want to leave us with, Tony?
No, I just want everybody to have a good time, enjoy the rest of the season, you know, appreciate each other, try to get through the madness that's going on around us, and, you know, love each other more.
And obviously we have a lot of projects to look forward to for
Yeah,
you.
and come visit us, and we don't bite. I don't have a hook. Some of you know that.
Well, thank you so much again. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, for Tony Todd.